And we are live with the Omega Questline. Finally, more Final Fantasy content. Am I right? Anyway. Oh, it looks like Nero's part of this? Interesting. Anyway. It's no introduction, let me just get right into it. The hunt for Omega. Wedge wears the expression of a man at his wit's end. Gasp! John, thank the gods you're here. We need your help. In case you haven't heard, we've set up operations in Ralgar's Reach while we look for Omega. It's been decidedly slow going, I'm sorry to say, and we still haven't seen the blasted thing since it disappeared during the battle with Shinryu. Which is not to say we haven't made any progress. We know now that Shinryu ended up in the Imperial's hands, and that it was shackled with some very distinctive looking bindings when they found it. Obviously, only you know what could have done something like that. Only you know what could have done something like that, and the fact that the restraints were still functioning suggests it didn't shut down when the chief instructed it to either. Oh, you know what, as in Omega. Anyway, we were getting close to identifying Omega's whereabouts when we encountered what you might call a problem. It may happen to be best if you came to the workshop itself for yourself. I was about to be like, please don't make me go all the way. Nero Tolskeva. That's Jesse. Surprised? Aye, so are we. He's been brought in as a consultant, believe it or not. How many times do I have to tell you? You will play no part in this investigation. Your motives were dubious from the first, and nothing you have done since has served to make them any clearer. His motives are science. Out of necessity, I agreed to take part in Omega's activation, but that will be the extent of our cooperation. Passing judgment without due consideration, openly disparaging colleagues, not very chiefly of you, Chief. I'll have you know I'm a sensitive new recruit who thrives on encouragement. Nero's taking the piss. I love it. That I trust you'll thrive elsewhere when I encourage you to piss off. Wow. Wow, Sid. Wow. I will not have him on our roster, Jesse. Never mind anywhere near our work. His employment is to be terminated, effective immediately. The thing is, Chief, we've already paid him in full, and it wasn't exactly a pittance either. 4/5 what you get was the agreement. Look, whatever disagreements you might have had in the past, the fact is, we could do with his expertise now. Let him earn his keep at the very least. I don't believe this. You claim my wholly justified ventures represent an unsustainable risk to the Ironworks, and then pay him a sultan's ransom in advance. Him! Give me strength. Ah, Sid. Stop being hateful of Nero. He has done nothing wrong. This has been the way of it for a while now, on account of which we've had to put the investigation on hold. Let me know how it goes. I'm leaving. Tisk tisk. It's not like you to shirk your duties, hero. Were you not present at Omega's activation, and are you not therefore jointly responsible for the havoc it may wreak if left to its own devices? I think we both know the answer. Oh, from this moment forth, you shall be my chaperone. With the realm's savior watching my every move, I couldn't possibly make any mischief, which should surely serve to allay my employer's concerns. Fine. You forgive me, John. It's not my intent to embroil you in this mess. I didn't even know you were here. Seeing as you are, though, I cannot deny that I would be glad to have you on board. The fact is, we are no closer to understanding the true extent of Omega's powers. And even if it was damaged during its encounter with Shinryu, it seems highly doubtful that we will be able to disable it unaided. We have got as far as identifying its likely resting place, but I, for one, would feel a lot more confident about surveying the area with you around to deal with any unexpected surprises. Might I persuade you to lend us a hand once more, old friend? Then it's settled. Chief, we have a problem. The etheric concentration levels at the yawn are soaring. Our readings doubled from one moment to the next, and by the time we went to check them, they doubled again. What? But that could only mean... Evacuate the site. I shall handle this matter personally. Biggs, Wedge, John, I need you with me at the yawn, to the south of here. That's where we believe Omega came to rest. Jesse, hold the fort while I'm gone, and if possible, continue surveillance from a safe distance. Alright, Chief. Watch yourself out there. Am I to stay and mind the shop, too? Oh no, I'm not letting you out of my sight, but before you fill the room with maniacal laughter, I want you to remember something. When you collected your inexplicably lavish fee, the Ironworks Creed became your creed. That's freedom through technology, in case you forgot, not supremacy through elegant ingenuity. Breach this contract, and I'll have my pounds of flesh. Why does it... I don't get why Sid hates Nero. I legitimately don't get it. I know Stormblood was like forever ago, but why does... Like, it would make more sense for Nero to hate Sid. Because, you know, Nero was always in Sid's shadow and whatnot. I don't get what her outfit's supposed to be. Suzaku! I have the Suzaku Kamui. Let's go! Where's the Kamui? I mean, I could probably check, but I won't. I should check. I'll do that after strip. The fringes. This is as close to a Phoenix mount as I'm gonna get for the foreseeable future. The wolf mount from the Phoenix trial. That is very ominous and is probably where we need to go. Oh, hey, look, the ominous thing is actually where we need to go. It's funny, because if it's Stormblood, I should probably... Wait, is Suzaku Stormblood? Hold up. Trials... Stormblood... A Hell's Gear? Yep, Suzaku is Stormblood. Extreme, extreme, extreme. I missed you. Wait. I could have fought Suzaku on repeat. I love that. I can't do any of the things. It's fine. So using the Suzaku mount works too. I'll use the Yol, the bird. So that's proper Stormblood story as opposed to Stormblood Extreme. I think I have 2 of the wolves. And like 3 of the birds. Need another 4 birds. One of the 7 hells is going on here. A veritable sea of condensed ether. Our Precious has been busy. What villainy is this? Midgard Stormer? In slumber sweet have I lain since my offspring's war with man did end, yet I could not choose but stir at this abhorrent stench. Have care, mortal, for within this great hollow lieth Omega. Long have we known one another. Our history spanneth eons and stars. Oh gods, what's happening? Time to throw. Chief, get out of there! You're not dead. That's funny. You're not dead. Apparently not. It passed straight through me as if it were some sort of illusion. Tis one of Omega's creations. Omega's a weapon wrought in a place beyond the reach of thy kind, capable of weaving ether into life. That serpent is yet unfinished, but doubt not that it will become a corporeal threat ere long. Omega's from the stars? Which of the many planets that we've visited is it from then? Well, whatever it is, it's gone. Probably the robot one. While this peculiar thing remains. Que? If it looks like a chocobo and Quez like a chocobo. I'm thinking it's probably a chocobo. I mean... yeah, probably. It looks like a baby chocobo, actually. An artificially created chocobo. Chocobo. Let's go, chocobo. Well, that's gonna be cold. Anyway, Que? The way Quez isn't unlike a chocobo, but it looks more like a stuffed doll to me. It's definitely a chocobo, trust me on this. The ones we Lalafels ride are all about this size, aren't they? I suppose. Alright, let's go with chocobo for now. Is it a chocobo, though? Thy mistress's blessing extendeth not unto this creature's soul, then. Very well. As this matter concerneth Omega, I shall speak with it in thy stead. Now, John, aren't you going to introduce us to your knowledgeable little dragon friend? Midgard Stormer. What? The Midgard Stormer? Who fought and fell at the Battle of Silverteal Skies? And here I was, content to be traveling in the company of just one legend. Without wishing to offend you, hero, the Father of Dragons does have something you do not. That being relevant knowledge. There's much we could learn from him. Little less is known about Omega's origins. It first appeared in records dating back to the Third Astral Era. Before the Allegan Empire reached its zenith, and said records had but one thing to say. Omega activation successful. In the centuries that followed, the Allegans enjoyed rapid technological development, but there was nary a further mention of Omega until its capture of Bahamut. Its existence is a mystery among mysteries, a tale among tales. 'Twas always assumed that the Allegans built it, and I had no reason to believe otherwise. But now Midgard Stormer tells us that it's not even of our world. Just so, it haileth from another star. More than that I will not say. I have spoken with this being. It telleth of a strange plane beyond this hollow, wherein it did reside from the moment of its creation. For reasons unknown, it was ordered to fight, yet being weak, it chose flight instead, and thus crossed over unto this world. Ordered to fight by Omega? Why in the seven hells would it do that? To put its creations to the proof. If you would know more, go forth and look upon the truth with your own eyes. Wait, you're saying we should jump in? You have naught to fear from the fall. The hollow hath become a portal into Omega's domain. Once there, this being shall guide you. Servant of Hydaelyn, fate bindeth me to Omega. If it be thine intent to pursue it, I shall lend thee my strength. So you, really could show us around inside the hole, can you? Queer, queer! I love it. Queer! Oh, heck. Well, I doubt any of us imagined things would come to this, but the Father of Dragons has given us his assurance. Let us take our investigation into the yawn. I've already apprised Jessie of our intent, instructed her to have our engineers on standby. Since we have no knowledge of what awaits us in there, I need you to be ready for anything. Are you? Why must it sink my level down? Like, what? Let me erase everything. Let us begin. What is this place? And what's wrong with us? I can see straight through me. Welcome home, Alpha. Welcome, mortals. Alpha? I am Omega, and I have awaited your coming. I communicate with you now via one of my monitors. Literally, one of its monitors. It's funny. You stand in the rift between dimensions, where a vital experiment is presently in progress. Your participation is appreciated. Please indicate your consent, blip. Experiment! If you want our participation, you'll have to tell us a little more than that. Wow! We're disappearing. Non-participating entities will be summarily erased. Please indicate your consent. It seems we can't even exist here without Omega's leave. I think it's fairly clear what we have to do, don't you? Chocobo, what should we do? Thank you for your cooperation. You are provisionally assigned to the Alpha Group. We were at like half existence. Sid being whatever the hell his damage is right now when he's near Nero. Oh jeez. Ah. Ethereal rift, interdimensional rift. Oh boy. Looks like some manner of tower or egg. The aim of the experiment is to determine the mightiest being in creation. Oh. Me. To that end, 89 candidates have been selected and recreated. They are grouped by dimension, matched by strength, and pitted against one another. That which you identify as a chocobo is Subject Alpha, and you have been assigned to its group. This assignation is tentative, however, pending an assessment of your fitness to serve as fully fledged test subjects. Your combat capabilities will be evaluated shortly. Combat capabilities? You mean you want us to fight? Affirmative. A course shall be constructed for this purpose, through which you must attempt to fight your way. Your suitability will be confirmed upon reaching the Death Escape test world beyond. Please know, however, that only entities with existential authorization may interact with objects in the rift. Of your number, only Alpha has this at present. Before you may engage in combat, said authorization must be temporarily transferred to you. Blip bloop. Blip bloop. I love it. Nero's just laughing it up. An invitation from Omega itself. Not even I could have foreseen this. We are accepting it, of course. It's preferable to summary erasure, as I'm sure you'll agree. Alpha, was it? My colleagues and I are minded to participate in Omega's experiment. Will you transfer authorization to us? Quit! And we're solid again! Beep. Existential authorization transferred. Subjects ready to engage. Please begin at your own convenience and proceed as directed. Alrighty then. Let's heck and go. Seriously? Yeah, that was like, what the flying heck? It just happened. How many points are there? Okay, so it's just 3 points. What? This man just summoned the behemoth! I need a healer! But that was definitely not absolutely fucking terrifying on, like, every level. Man, some of the behemoth. Like, yeah, no, it's not on the same level as, like, Emet-Selch. But still, scary. That's our goal, the Delta Escape, if I'm not mistaken. What do you think is waiting for us in there? Omega said that it groups subjects by dimension. If the creatures we fought on the way were merely intended to separate the wheat from the chaff, it seems certain that far greater challenges await inside these egg-like objects, our fellow test subjects most like. But I'm not certain what to make of that castle. Could somehow be connected to the subjects? Queer! Alpha, but hold on a moment. Shouldn't either one or the other of us be a translucent? Blip subjects confirmed to have arrived at Delta Escape. Analysis complete. Congratulations, you are approved for participation. Your strength places you in the self-same tier as Alpha, the feeblest and farthest removed from myself. Oh. No! I've been called weak. Nonetheless, you are now fully fledged test subjects. Welcome, weakest of the challengers. As corporeal life forms, you need not undergo development within a test world. Instead, you may use this space freely. Not quite what I would have chosen, but one must make do. Speaking of which, what is it that we're supposed to do exactly? I like Nero's eyes. You are to enter the Delta Escape and defeat all test subjects within. Please note, however, that strength in numbers will not be acknowledged. There is a strict limit upon how many entities may participate in combat. Only a small party may have Existential authorization transfer from Alpha. Good luck, blip. So the eggs do contain our fellow test subjects, just as I predicted. Eh, Garland? Before we turn our thoughts to the Deltascape, I suggest we set up a base of operations here. Sid, stop being mean to Nero. He has more than proved himself. It's somewhat cobbled together, but this should suffice as a base of operations. Take heart, old friend. Though every step we take seems to raise more questions, we will wade through this mire of mysteries eventually. Of that, I have no doubt. I just want to use this katana. Ah, the adventure boots. Yeah, so far I think this one, just the base samurai clothing is the best one. Anyway. Into the Deltascape. Sid is eager to proceed with the investigation. Right then, what to do next? We know that Omega is conducting tests to determine the strongest being. We do not know its ultimate purpose, nor even its exact whereabouts. Plainly, however, it is within Omega's power to curtail our stay here whensoever it chooses. Accordingly, we have little choice but to proceed as bidden and defeat the test subjects waiting in the Deltascape. Well, Alpha certainly seems keen, though it might be best if you left the fighting to others, little one. That is, of course, assuming others are willing. What say you, old friend? This promises to be a most entertaining foray, and I would not dream of missing any part of it. You may rely on me to provide you with remote support. With commendable foresight, I took the liberty of borrowing the various monitors that were lying around, and shall extract all the information I can from them. Quick! 'Tis a pity none of us speaks Chocobo. As I recall, though, we are supposed to have Alpha transfer his authorization to us prior to engaging in combat. In which case, John, you'll need them to accompany you into the Deltascape. See to your preparations and proceed whenever you're ready. Quick! Alpha appears eager to proceed. You may enter Deltascape V1.0 whenever you're ready. Yeah, I have Savage Tier unlocked, but I'm never gonna do it. Deltascape! I was about to say what? We're gonna wait forever. This one. Oh, we got a healer! That took forever. I don't know why it looks like thing is just stripped bare. I'm just that bored. Dude. Oh, thank you. I was about to say, if I thought I had a shot, I would switch to Reaper and just unleash literal hell. Like, my goodness. Just go in with, like, Reaper and just... But I don't think I could. Wait, that's a weak creature? John, you hear me? Your opponent's called Alteroit. Roit? No idea what the name means, but good luck. Yeah, I don't know what it means either. Oh, someone is in Crypt Lurker gear. A red mage. Ooh, fun say. 5, no, 6? Oh, they missed it. That's fine. Now. I suddenly have grapes in my room. I'm very confused. Oh, my frame rate collapsed. What the fuck? Need. Okay, before we finish the quest, I'm gonna BRB. I need to use the facilities. I'm back. Making sure my room is locked this time, because apparently I keep forgetting. Ah. I got player commendation! Probably because I was playing healer. And I literally saved the run. We were gonna wipe. We were gonna wipe, and we were gonna wipe, like, hella wipe. I wouldn't be surprised if the healer gave me, if one of the healers gave me that, because we were like this close to wiping. Fucking terrifying. I would have been like, well, that happened. Restores HP, own HP, and HP of all nearby party members. If we're significant, if me and the red mage are, because they had dance partner, we're perfectly placed. It did heal everyone though, so it doesn't matter. Well, looks like one of my friends decided to nuke my phone, my Twitter notifications by by retweeting art when I. I deserve that. I was being myself. Well done, my friend. We were lucky enough to witness every moment of your struggle via Delta Escape's various surveillance devices. I dare say we had a better view than you did. Gaining control over that. Control of them was the extent of our accomplishments for this outing, though I suppose we did also learn your adversary's name. Rest assured, however, that there will be plenty more such outings. Preliminary analysis suggests that there are 4 combatants in Delta Escape, all told, including your friend Alt Roy. I'm gonna call him Roy because I can't pronounce that. Which means you'll be required to win 3 further bouts with deltas 2 to 4 in this test world alone. Needless to say, there are plenty more such worlds in the Rift, holding the remaining 85 subjects between them. There's a total of 12, not 85. Plainly, our host has gotten to no small amount of trouble. Quite why it is so obsessed with determining the strongest being is another question. Omega seeketh to improve itself, to evolve. This was ever its primary directive. Through contending with mighty foes, it groweth stronger. Having vanquished the vile simulacrum you call Shinryu, a greater adversary was needed. In the absence of such a being, it had but to create one. So in the name of self-improvement, it wants to make a new playmate. And it chose to undertake the task here to avoid outside interference, yes? In part, the making of life is not Omega's primary function. It bringeth complex being into the corporeal realm, only at great cost to itself. As such, it employeth this plane to test unfinished works, that it might determine a single entity worthy of creation. If I understand you correctly, the moment Omega's grand experiment is complete, it will give birth to a creature mightier even than Shinryu, and then proceed to fight it. Gods help us all if a battle of that scale should come to pass. The powers unleashed would be enough to bring about another calamity. Assuming the dragon has the right of it, all test subjects must needs be works in progress, save for ourselves, of course. But how then do we explain Alpha? As I recall, it manifested corporeally outside the rift. Then again, it is hardly the most complex of creatures. Be happy it was finished by accident. Don't you make fun of Alpha, he's a good boy. And if it hadn't been for him, we would have been erased. He might not be strong, but he's brave, and reliable, and adorable. Alright, change the subject for a moment, Chief. After you lost track of Omega, you said you re-engaged its stasis systems, right? Meaning something somewhere isn't working like it should. I only ask because me and Wedge have done pretty much all we can here, and we're wondering if it might be worth going to Cartoon to look into it. That would be of great help. Nero and I can handle things at this end. We'll be off then. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, eh? And you be a good boy, Alpha. Do as you're told, and look after John for me. Oh. I am sleepy. Sid seems keen to pit you against the next foe in the Delta Escape. Oof. We must pray that Biggs and Wedge are able to repair the stasis system. If they can't, we will have little choice but to see Omega's experiment all the way to its bitter conclusion. A tall order, I concede, and one that would require you to prove yourself the mightiest being in creation. Well, we must hope for the best and plan for the worst, which in this case means pressing on with the tests. Are you ready for the next foray? One moment, Chief. My analysis is yet incomplete, but it seems Subject Delta 2 is capable of manipulating gravity. How fortunate, then, that I but recently chanced to assemble something which might mitigate its effects. An anti-gravity gimbal. May it serve you well. Interesting. Quack! Delta Escape version 2. "14 minutes, oh boy." And of course, I have a DM. Why? Why am I being told I'm straight? I'm not answering that. I'll read it though. Okay, good. It doesn't actually require a reply. Wow, the Insta 4, let's go. Although I have grapes now, so it's not all bad. You know, if I get hungry. I don't know what this is. Tafnarian skill. Oh, that's for the thing. I need to see if I can cheese it, and by cheese it, I mean go in with like a different class. Because if I could go in with like Astrologian, right, as opposed to Dancer, I'd still get the progress. It would be perfect. I will say the how do I put this? The cues are making it so I get tired. Culinarian is 22, okay. Pixie plums. Okay, we just want, like, 99 pixie plums or whatever. I'm gonna try and get, like, thing to the higher levels. I think it's like 78 or something that I need. Obviously, I can't do that now. Oi! Ready up. I don't want to go through queue again, man. There we go. Astra Knight. I like that. I have an alt named Astra, so that works. I think Astra's the Draguno? There it is, Catastrophe. A fitting name for the havoc it'll doubtless wreak. Have fun now. Damn, that's a face not even a mother can love. I say that. Oh. Oh, because I was looking at it. I somehow managed to freeze myself again. I don't get this. I really don't get this mechanic. I'll take death at this point. I took death. Like, what else am I supposed to do? I don't understand the mechanic. And no one was explaining it. The game obviously never explains mechanics. I got nothing. Turn to default position. I'm getting absolutely nothing. A rousing performance made possible by my anti-gravity gimbal. Lest you wonder, you're not supposed to be able to descend of your own volition. The device worked quite as intended. It just wasn't intended for use on living. Well, let's just say it was exactly its intended use. At any rate, that's another mighty foe laid low, and may I say that I had every faith you would succeed. Sid looks expectantly in your direction. Okay, good. My chewing is not being picked up by the mic. But I'll be hearing from Biggs and Wedge for a while yet. Shall we push on here in the meantime? Reliable as ever. Without further ado, then let us move things along. According to the analysis, your next appointment, Delta 3, is a being named Halicarnassus. Halicarnassus, you say? The Queen of Dimension Castle. Was this? You know of her. You mean you don't? Well, I suppose a blue-blooded brat such as you would have no interest in humble folktales. It appears a lesson is in order. Halicarnassus is a character from an ancient fable. In the tale, she is one of the chief antagonists, and as such, things are wont to unfold. She meets her end at the hands of the heroes. Incurably valiant youths, not unlike our adventurer friend here. Literary historians have speculated that the tale could be loosely based on events which took place in the 4th astral era, but little remains of that age, and there's no way to verify the claim. Indeed, most now assume the story to be a work of pure fiction. You mean to tell me that Omega is populating its grand experiment with fictional characters? It would seem your understanding is yet lacking. Scant grasp have I of that which men know and know not. Mark me then. Omega hath no soul, no mind's eye in which to envision a rival. To bring forth new life, it must needs draw upon that which hath already been, its every creation being another's conception. This limitation is concealed by the breadth of its experience. It possesseth, that's a word, the means to retain the knowledge of entire eras, and not only of this reflection, yet it perceiveth not this knowledge as we do. Fact, fiction, the distinction holdeth no meaning for Omega. All is equal in its eyes. If a thing is logical, it can be created. Ha, that is such a wondrous weapon, that such a wondrous weapon should exist. It surpasses my wildest imaginings, and they were wild indeed. But I gather not everyone shares excitement. What's the matter, Garland? Lost your nerve? Quiet, Nero. We adults are thinking. Didn't you go to school together? The mayhap now is not the time. John said he was ready to continue, and so am I. Let's deal with Halicarnassus. Nero's like, why do I deal with this man? Okay, I'm gonna be right back again. Because nature calls. For the millionth time. Alright, let's get this shit on. Que. I miss the near insta-Q from Eden so very much right now. Or at least it felt like near instant. Because I had people with me. I think it was like under a minute. The worst part is today is Sunday. Which means everyone and their mother should be playing. And yet... Oh! Interesting. As soon as we got a healer in. I wanted to see if I can do it in one day. We probably are not. Oh, we got another dancer. Cool. I can never get my controls in there. Really? It burned through it. It... It burned through my level 70 step. Fuck it, next time I'm not even gonna step on it. Cool, can I like go near her now or? I swear she turns me into a frog one more time. Thank you. I'm just gonna stay here. Great. Fuck off! I messed it up. I despise her. I despise her. Oh my goodness, that. If I had done that one when it first released, alright, I'm just gonna dip. If I had done that when it first released, I would have given up on Final Fantasy in like a... I'm glad you're safe, John. For a moment there, I feared you might croak. Forgive me, you deserve better than that. Thanks to you, we're about one victory away from clearing the Death Escape. Take as much rest as you need, old friend. You've earned it. Let me just get through the million tweets that I have on my timeline now. Sid is eager to tackle the Death Escape's final test subject. I'm getting hungry. The next battle is with subject Delta 4, this test world's final resident. From what I have been able to gather, your opponent is, and I quote, a great tree born of an agglomeration of evil will, which assumes the form of a dark mage. All of which I suggest you ignore. His name is XIV, and he plays the role of chief antagonist in another ancient tale. Though I was unable to glean the specifics of his abilities, he appears to command the power of the void, as indeed the story states. When I first encountered the work, I naturally assumed said power to be a metaphor of sorts, but I'm quite sure Omega will have interpreted it as something more tangible. Alas, no amount of analysis can tell us what may happen when XIV calls upon the power of the void, which is to say, beware. Tell me something, Nero. What happens at the end of the tale? Why, good triumph over evil, and the heroes defeat XIV, of course. What did you expect? I expected exactly that, which is precisely what troubled me earlier. If the heroes won, why did Omega not make them its test subjects? If it seeks to determine the strongest being, why would it bother with those who were defeated? One moment, Link Pro. Ah, Biggs, at the control room, are you? What news? I see. Very well, I'll tell the others. You two take care over there. Sorry for the interruption. That was Biggs. He reports that the stasis system shows every sign of being engaged, despite the fact that it clearly isn't. It could only be a malfunction. While we were able to turn it off, it would seem the reverse is not possible. The system may have taken damage during the calamity. Does it look like it can be repaired? Hard to say. They tell me it seems complex even by elegant standards. While they may be able to fix it, there's no telling how long it might take. Well then, we must keep on fighting the good fight here, must we not? Nero has the right of it. At this time, focusing on XIV would seem to be our only recourse. The Chocobo certainly has no objections. Come then. I would see you follow in the footsteps of the heroes of the tale. Alrighty then. That's funny. 11:55, 11:50. Quick, quick. Scary. Oh, I do? Wait, hold on. What was it that I needed? Pixie plums. Okay. Pixie plums. Botanist level 21. I don't have that. Oh wait, no, I have a. One moment, I have a market board thing. Blah 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 blah. Mateus. Search for Pixie. Pixie plums. So um yeah, okay, I can afford it. Delta Scape 4. The power to control all creation. The power of the void. Um, so I just got insta-killed. That's great. Okay, much better. I'm glad I'm not the only one having trouble with this thing. Great! It's another what's his name? What was it? Titan is the one that literally launches you? Oh, well, that's... Just kill him. The void was mine to command. Woo. How could it arg? I'm done. Delta escape complete. What the hell's a level checker? No more Delta escape subjects remain. Initiating world shutdown. Oh no. John, thank the gods you're safe. When the shell around this place began to crack, we feared the worst. Given that all of us are present incorporeal, does this mean this area is no longer the Delta Escape? Beep, Delta Escape shutdown complete. Alpha Group is victorious. Congratulations. Your combat record has been archived for future matchmaking. Results from other test worlds are still pending. In the meantime, please tend to your hurts and await further instructions. Blip. And with that, We've taken a significant step towards solving the mystery that is Omega. It hasn't been easy, but all in all, I'd say things are proceeding rather smoothly. We couldn't have done it without you, old friend. Come, let us return to reality and enjoy what rest we can. I don't think I get to rest. Things are proceeding smoothly indeed. Too smoothly. "'Tis well that thou harborest doubts, mortal, but they are misplaced. Omega could have conducted its tests in complete secrecy, unbeknownst to all. Yet not only did it betray its presence to you, it allowed you to come this far. Alpha, what art thou, truly? The instrument of the mortal's triumph, or the bait that lureth them unto the abyss? Thou knowest not thine own purpose, then we can but watch and wait. Outcome unexpected. Projections gave Delta subjects the upper hand. Outcome supports hypothesis. As previously observed, certain beings may unleash hidden potential when subjected to stress. Initiating new test. Subject Alpha group members to severe stress. Searching database for suitable event. Event found. The death of a comrade. It's gonna kill Alpha? Really? That's what that means. It feels good to be back on solid ground. Thank you again, old friend. You did well too, Alpha, fearlessly going into battle whenever you were called upon. We're glad to have you with us. Speaking of which, are you comfortable joining us out here? I'll take that as a yes. Well then, at the risk of obeying Omega's orders, I suggest we permit ourselves a moment's respite. But mayhap I should take this opportunity to compile the results of our investigation thus far. No rest for the righteous. Alright. The anomaly. Sid looks calmer for having reached milestone in the investigation. Right then. Let's head back to Arago's Reach. Jesse will want to know exactly what we've been up to. Okay. Okay, map. Is there a market board here? No, no market board. Damn it. Is there no market board in this area at all? That's so weird. Alakiri, no. No. There's seriously no market board. I wanted to buy a bunch of pixie plums. But, I guess not. Because if there was a market board, I can easily, I'll just be like, yeah, let's just do it while we're here. Without, it has to be done off screen. I need to get rid of head graze, foot graze, because it doesn't do anything. Leg graze again. Arm's length. Welcome back, John. I'm told you've been blazing a trail for us. The way I hear it, our investigation would have long since ground to halt without you. I realize you're mostly interested in saving the world, but I want you to know how much I appreciate your help with appreciate you helping the company out like this. Frankly, we need all the help we can get, what with our esteemed president diving headlong into the jaws of danger without a word of warning to anyone. Irresponsible doesn't begin to describe it. You didn't tell her? I did, after a fashion, though I may have exercised some executive discretion. I'm no stranger to your lone endeavors, or your habit of confusing personal and company interests, but just because you've always done things a certain way, it doesn't make it the right way. And until you wake up to your responsibilities, I'm going to keep reminding you of them. But such irksome matters aside... Aren't you the most adorable little thing? He followed you here of his own free will, did he? Which means he's basically part of the family. And why wouldn't he grant us exclusive rights to use his likeness? Shall we start off with a simple clockwork version? They'll be queuing up in the street. Jesse! Oh, you can't be. One of the seven hells has gotten into you. Listen. If I've caused you any distress, I apologize, but I will not have you come on our guest's marketability. Where are Biggs and Wedge? Shouldn't they be back by now? Oh, I thought you might have sent them off on another unauthorized mission. Last I heard from them, they said they were scouring Omega Control for anything useful. Would have been a good while ago now, though. I don't like the sound of this, though we have all the necessary permissions. The area is technically a theater of war. And one littered with unknown elegant artifacts to boot. Something may well have befallen them. We'd best take the Excelsior and go and find them. Leaving again so soon. Nero, John, I want you two to accompany the chief. Make sure he doesn't do anything rash or take any detours. Consider it done. I shall bring him back even if I have to drag him by the goggle straps. I was gonna say Google straps. Quick! Even Alpha's in on it. Want to come along, eh? It's probably for the best. If we leave you here, Jesse's liable to make a mold of you. Take a mold of you. Right, let's get moving. I'll bring the airship to Gridania. Wait for me at the landing. Gridania! That's perfect! Gridania has a market board. I got 99 pixie plums. Quick, John. Before the DMCA monster gets you, because it's always going to be something DMCA. I don't. What is wrong with people? Market board. Pixie plums. Hey, you want all my money? uh... Mm. Hopefully 99 is enough. If not, then I'm gonna get hacked. Yeah. And then we put this here. What's this? Looks like we're all here. Let's make haste to the Cartano Flats. Indeed, we shall. Go on ahead to the control room, John. We'll follow as soon as we've moored the Excelsior. I swear, if they make me fight anything. The flying fuck? Seven hells, Biggs, Wedge. Why only 7? Are you alright? Answer me. Chief? John? Monster appeared out of thin air. Blip. Targets exhibit vital signs. Mission failed. However, Alpha Group members exhibit heightened levels of stress. Objective fulfilled. Omega, you set that thing upon them? Affirmative. I am able to create simple life forms instantaneously at any temporal or spatial coordinate. Such beings may pose a negligible threat to you, however. They are more than sufficient to grievously wound or kill the majority of your kind. I could instigate a massacre at any time, and you'd be powerless to prevent it. Do I detect a shift in policy? Quantity over quality? Negative. My objective remains unchanged. Evolution through formidable opposition. However, in the course of seeking suitable subjects, I observed an anomaly. Those whom you call heroes. History shows numerous instances of otherwise unremarkable individuals who have defeated vastly superior beings, who triumphed in the face of apparently impossible odds, who performed what are popularly termed miracles. This has occurred too frequently to be dismissed as a mere statistical aberration. I seek to understand this phenomenon. Should it prove to be of benefit, I will incorporate it into my own evolution. It is for this purpose that I brought you to my domain. So putting on a show at the Yawn and planting Alpha in our midst was but a part of your grand plan. By your victories, you have demonstrated the self-same anomaly. You are fit to remain my subjects. You will continue participating in my experiment. Withdraw, and I will commence the extermination of your kind. Oh. This is an order, a threat, a declaration of war. I am an enemy to all life upon this star. It would seem we have much to ponder, but first things first, we must tend to our friends. Quickly, help me carry them. I'm half tempted to stop the stream right now and just take like a 2-week break for 14. Just like the ultimate in just being a dick. Garland and Alpha took our 2 wounded to the Conjurer's Guild. The chief bids me lend a hand, so I suppose I'll take myself there too. You meanwhile are to return to Ragos Reach and report to Jesse. Perfect timing! Temptation succeeded. I will succumb to the temptation. We've done the first third, and that's what matters. Right, we got through Delta Escape in its entirety. The next quest, essentially, is what starts Sigma Escape. So... although, it's more the quest after that. Anyway. John, I heard there was trouble. When the 7 Hells happened. Omega has declared war on humanity, and so I'm gonna take a break. And go to Doma. What? Omega loosed a fiend on Biggs and Wedge? Toying with people's lives like it was all a game. This is madness. Sir, will they be alright? The worst is past, but they still drift in and out of consciousness. They'll remain in the Conjurer's care for a time. Then all we can do is wait and pray. Bah! God strike me down for a fool. I should have been more mindful of the dangers. Should never have. Should never have what? Activated Omega. You know as well as I do that there was no other way to defeat Shinryu. But is this truly any better? All of mankind is being held to ransom. And as the one who activated Omega, I bear the responsibility. The responsibility, Sai. Just the kind of thing the new you would say. You are deluding yourself, Garland. We are scientists, not heroes. Even you must concede your talents do not extend to combat. The old you understood this far better. He only looked forwards and gave himself wholly to science. And then you changed. You styled yourself a pacifist and started spouting tripe about the proper uses of technology. It was in the wake of your old man's mishap at Basra, I believe. Calm yourself. All I wish to say is, embrace who you are, a man who devotes his mind to making the impossible possible. With little prospect of restoring the stasis system, I'm afraid we have no recourse but continue participating in Omega's tests. Assuming Midgard Sormer has the right of it, we face a legion of foes from history, both real and imagined. Though I may not be the one who charges into the fray, I shall fight beside you as best I know how. That said, it will inevitably fall to you to administer the coup de grace, old friend. So please, for Biggs and Wedge and all of us, don't lose. Quick, quick, quick! I will never get tired of saying that. I reckon the little scamp is trying to encourage us. We've fallen far indeed to earn its pity, said the former tribunus. Sigh. Until such time as Omega next extends us an invitation, you will find me analyzing the data from our investigation. Good evening to you. Before they were attacked, Biggs and Wedge discovered a tombstone. I shall examine its contents and make the information available on the terminal over there as I extract it. Feel free to refer to it whenever the occasion arises. There's no telling when Omega will summon us, but we must all see that we are ready when it does. Fear not, old friend. We'll get through it together, somehow or other. And with that, that is going to be it for today's stream. I will be back tomorrow with Early Boy Monster Hunter Mondays, and then some Trails in the Sky.